of the National Football League. And we'll get a look at the Penguin, Jalen Waddle. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Chargers and the Chiefs, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in off another victory a weekend ago. That ran their win streak up to 7 now.
And I think that win last week established them as Super Bowl frontrunners. They're playing with confidence and swagger, and you need that to go a long way.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, they're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smile.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we? No. Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Pretty clean and simple there, just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, and his throw is incomplete.
They're giving him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. The numbers on the ground for McKinnon last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go draw play to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Keeps himself up, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Allen. Hayden Hurst. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers lead this now 14-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. And now here comes Kansas City. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Now Roger thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him, because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Sterling Shepard, 30 yards. And the Chargers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Aaron Rodgers in the offense heading back out. And he's had his struggles here early with a couple of interceptions as he'll try to refocus with a 1st and 10 to start this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Chargers to take over. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st down, McKinnon again. And he'll work down inside the 45. 21-0 our score after 1. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Out to the right, here's McKinnon. And he'll take this close to a 1st down at the Chiefs' 37. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Now a give. This is McKinnon. 107 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he is out of bounds here. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Jarek McKinnon with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this 1st half. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may have been turned into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Taken down at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. He threw the pick six last time out just a moment ago. Now 3 total interceptions for him in this ball game. He's had his struggles. 1st and 10 here. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the ball is going to wind up out of bounds, so they will lose yardage, but they'll keep the football. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Jerick McKinnon making his way back onto the field. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
126 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's McKinnon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at him, maybe even more than that. But this defense, they've looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this 1st half. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to Kraft?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half. And the ball is knocked out. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Rodgers. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath with those guys on the defensive side.
And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
So apparently some grabbing in the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now back to throw. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Looking for Shepard deep, and that is incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught. It's Waddle. Touchdown, Chargers. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Tucker now to add the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To try again after the sack. Rodgers, and pressure coming, and they got him once again. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses.
He's got him in, complete, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Sterling Shepard as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tucker now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin by checking out division rivals in the AFC West. It's Las Vegas heading up to take on Denver. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. Tom Brady, sharp as ever. He's got 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head east to Minnesota to check on the Vikings at home at US Bank Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. Trevor Lawrence with a couple of touchdown passes there. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Tennessee Titans. Isaiah Spiller, a touchdown run in the victory. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for KC. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. The Charger drive about to get going. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good gain. 164 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They run once more with McKinnon. And takes this one across the 35 to the 36. A gain of about 4. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Ready, break.
McKinnon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Now McKinnon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Third and short, McKinnon. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. Able to avoid him at the 40 as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They run it with McKinnon. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. Room here to run. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. McKinnon eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, McKinnon. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They're going to run. It's McKinnon. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. So the defensive front holding strong there on 4th and inches.
And how about the battle of big people up front? That turned into a leverage game, didn't it? Defensive linemen, they won it. Lower than the offensive guys, pushed them back, knifed through, and made a great play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On second down now, McKinnon.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a third and long at the outset of this drive. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on fourth. On first down now, a run with McKinnon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Handoff, it's McKinnon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second down, McKinnon. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Staying on his feet. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. More from L.A. in a moment. The Chargers on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. 226 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
Yellow, line.
On first down, McKinnon again. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Jarek McKinnon taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Rodgers to throw. And now here's another interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a give. This is McKinnon. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. They'll keep it on the ground. McKinnon, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Up the middle they go. McKinnon, a nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. defense, it wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So not just a blowout win for them today, Charles, but a shutout blowout win as well. Clearly just a superior effort on both sides of the ball.
Hey, didn't it feel like you get a touchdown, and then the defense jumped up and said, hold it, we're getting involved as well. You're exactly right. Big points, both sides contributing, a full team win.
So for the Chargers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now.
All right, everybody, that's it for this morning. Those of you who tuned in, thank you. Those of you who are going to be watching this later on YouTube, thank you. If you like what you see, give me a follow. Let your friends know. If you have a game that you want to see me play later on to get into my rotation, let me know. Have a good day, everybody.